Okay, it's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Kuda back at the helm of today's show. Got a great show for you guys tonight. Without further ado, let's get it. Let's go.
I almost got this. You gotta memorize it.
Shout outs to Zaywop.
It's for the haves and the have wanna give a fuck.
Let's go. Let's get it.
I ride around in your car, I put my weed in your blunt. I am the sky to your star, I am the end of your month. You are the start of my day, you brought the smile from my face. I see the world from your eyes, you pull the thought from my side. I know you love me, it's rare, I know you love me. I know you love me. It's rare, I know you love me. You give me all that you got. You make it stretch it and flip. I fell in love with your thighs. I learned this morning your hips. You know I'm caught in my vibe, but I still give you my rib. You hear him calling my name, but know it's hard for me here. I left my home and my son, I chose the world and nothing. I say you know I'll be back, you try your best to pretend. I say you all that I want, and when I make it, it's real. I hear him calling my name, it's getting hard for me here to know you love me. It's rare to know you love me.
You're now in the mix.
But yeah, I know you love me. It's rare, I know you love me.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Kuda.
These stars are nothing but your cousins. And staring at your mama, heaven wasn't falling in. So how do you heard I'm using narcotics? No, I don't wanna be here if I don't gotta. My weed habit so close to snorting powder. Got a few rice butters on it about $1. Feel so holler unless you're using narcotics. See, I don't wanna be here if I don't gotta. My weed habit so close to snorting powder. Got a few bitches, but it's only about $1. Feel so holler unless you're using narcotics. See, I don't wanna. Man, you talking about this, you talking about that. Talking about you ain't got nothing to talk about. Find a motherfucking topic. God damn, just find a topic, bro. Seriously, god damn. Complicated ass young motherfuckers, man.
It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building, man. Let's get back into the mix, man. Let's get into my boy from Baltimore, my man Smash, man. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, you just been cracked in the head with another DJ Young Kuda exclusive.
Man, let's get it, man. Gucci Bag Blues, man. Shout outs to Young Crip, man. Let's go.
Crying, baby. No, wait, this is on the face, girl. Listen. This Saturday, me and you gonna rendezvous around 2. Meet you tomorrow. You can tear it down, you know what I mean?
Yo, mama got the Gucci bag blues. A D&G depression. She powering over pride. She go crazy over dress. You can catch her in the mirror. You can catch her in the mall. She been working all week. Saturday she taking off. Do you, baby? Baby girl, I seen you in the club, down the bar, up the mall in the arena. Shit, you always in the building, looking like $1 million. Course you gon' buy it, do the damn thing. Act like you don't give a fuck. He don't love you, baby. He just try and get enough. promised a Mercedes and I know you wanna live it up. But you ain't gotta go through that, just let a real nigga fuck out, baby. I like that shouting. The boss is in the building, come and throw that pussy on me. Been working all week, but now I know you're on it. You're ready for submission, put together like addition. The MIA pumps got me fiending for you, darling. My proposition sweet, can't beat it like a bargain. You stay so fucking fly, you're the apple of my eye. When I seen you in the club, girl, you had me hit. Little mama got the Gucci bag blues, a D&G depression. She powering over pride, she go crazy over dress. You can catch it in
Get
the
out your
mirror,
feelings.
you can catch it in the mouth. She been working all week, Saturday she taking off. Do you right?
That 9 to 5 don't pay enough though. What you need, I clear your bills plus love to take your hot just for a minute. Sweetie money problems don't exist to me. Put you in that super coupe and take you on the Gucci spree. You got a man, don't bother me. Just wanna be your beat friend. I might just have you stalking me if I decide to eat it then. Repeat it then. You love a real nigga like a dip. At the end of the day, sister, I'm a slick ass nigga.
She the shit.
Get
Ain't she bad? She fat as fuck.
Get out your feelings.
She independent, got her own. That's a slick bitch. She made it known. Little mama got the Gucci bag blues, a D&G depression. She powering over pride, she go crazy over dress. You can catch her in the mirror, you can catch her in the mouth. She been working all week, Saturday she taking off. Do you like acting all stank? It's all drug money, we can't put it in the bank. Babe, I see your boyfriend trying to pull rank, but he don't know but roll over that ass like a tank. I smoke here and there, but all I really do is drink. I keep a bad bitch body banging like a gang. I had so many bitches you can call me Booty Tang. And even on a too cute, I'll tell you I'm the kind. I simplify my flows for the radio only. I like them fat as shit, never bony like Naomi. Girl, are you the ball? Let me hear you scream. Go take mine, the nigga of your dreams. I don't break bread, but I should have a beam on my motherfucking head. The way I crank like a machine gun. A nigga slick as I, bitch, you never seen one. Feedback, baby, watch me like a rerun. Little mama got the Gucci bag blues, a D&G depression. She powering over pride, she go crazy over dress. You can catch her in the mirror, you can catch her in the mouth. She been working all week, Saturday she taking off. Do you like Gucci bag blues, a D&G depression. She powering over pride, she go crazy over dress. You can catch her in the mirror, you can catch her in the mouth. She been working all week, Saturday she taking off. Do you, baby? Do you, baby? Do you, baby? Do you, baby? Is she the shit? Ain't she bad? She fat as fuck.
Get out your feelings and get into the mix where DJ Young Kuda drops some play-ass game on you.
If you happy now, I say you was upset earlier. Nigga done bumped you all this shit. Yeah, she had the Gucci bag blues earlier. Yes, she did.
She was whining. Now she designing. Hold on. Bruh. Y'all don't know nothing about that smash, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that smash, man. I gotta do it one time for the one time, man. I gotta do it one time for the one time, man. We're gonna get into the mix, man. It's Player Talk Radio, Player Talk TV, man. We got a good full-fledged show for you guys tonight. If you're listening to the show over at the Black Avenger, it's gonna be split into 2 parts. Yo, stop being fugazi, y'all. Go watch both parts, cause y'all be. I know some of the shows be like lengthy or however you pronounce that word. But go over to the Black Avenger, man. Watch those shows, man. Now, I will agree. People have been watching the shows in order, I guess, because they go back. But for some reason on both channels, I said both channels. Well, on both channels, for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's the audience. Audiences are weird. people watch part 2 before they watch part 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Like, you'll put things out in the series, and people for some reason will watch part 2 instead of part 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Probably y'all don't know what I'm saying. Y'all not content creators. A lot of y'all are audience members, and I should be talking to y'all as such. All right, man, let's get back into the show. I'm about to go pour me a nice glass of wine. We're gonna talk about it on tonight's show. We got BlackRam313. We about to break down some of the stuff he was talking about, because it's gonna tie back into what I'm talking about with the Hive mindset. So that's what we're talking about on tonight's show. We're talking about the Hive mindset. Rest in peace to my boy Smash. We're talking about the Hive mindset, and we're talking about well, first of all, let me rewind. Let's break it down. What is the Hive mindset? We're talking about a follower's mindset, somebody that follows. And when we say the Hive mindset, we talk about the Hive mentality, like a beehive. If you crush one bee or attack the hive, all of them get on code instantly, and they respond. You understand what I'm saying? And this mindset is very prevalent amongst women. You understand what I'm saying? So prevalent that, you know, like I be telling y'all, you can run. I wouldn't say run game, because that's like a bad connotation. But you can do stuff or tell women something, and they will say something, and they will really believe that they're the one that thought about it, like they came up with the idea, but you kind of like ushered them in that direction. Hold on, give me 1 second. Because once I locate where this motherfucker is. Okay. So yeah, anyway, they all just, I don't know, they all get on code and just start agreeing with each other, and they all say the same shit. And they say it with so much confidence and conviction, like they're the first person to say certain things that everybody has said. I might do it on the second half of the show, because I'm like uploading something at the moment, and I don't want to leave this page. But I wanna bring up the bingo board. So there's gonna be probably a part 3 of this shit on Black Avenger. So I want y'all to listen to all 3 parts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We never know. I'm about to put in a good amount of effort on tonight's show. So listen, man, kick back. I want y'all to ingest the game that's about to be dropped on tonight's show. And, you know, just soak up. That's all I can say. Soak up. All right, y'all, man. Let's get back into the mix. And we're going to get into tonight's show, man. Giving y'all time to get ready. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. It's Player Talk TV. If you got any questions, you can email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. That's playertalk8@gmail.com. I'm about to go pour some wine real quick. I'm about to come back and kick it with y'all. Rest in peace to my boy Smash, man. Y'all done got me on one today, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Be more, stand up.
The first time that I saw you, I was hypnotized. And I see the truth in your eyes. And I can't lie, you a bit too much for me. Baby, you in Miami, doing the damn thing. Killing me softly, but I won't show it. I ain't rich, but my swagger is so sick. And the bitches love me out here in the streets, baby. And I do it all the way to make you my lady. But you crazy, and I can't take it. Sometimes I think you're still in the matrix. I try to bring my back just to make you happy, but I know when you're home, I still love you, baby daddy, and I knew from the start. But I ain't care, you broke my heart. She ain't fair, but that's cool. Still know we're cranking. Only like a chopper. I don't save him, baby. I just want some cheap vodka. Whip up on a hooker quicker than a knocker. Baby, I'm a dip me. I can't lie. The first time that I saw you, I was hypnotized. And I see the truth in your eyes. And I can't lie. You a bit too much for me. The first time that I saw you, I was hypnotized. And I see the truth in your eyes. And I can't lie. You a bit too much. I'm on my best post, baby. 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 You used to be there for me, always, baby. Where we went wrong, I don't know. I'm always in love with it. Don't love me, this shit is so real. I had to switch my flow. Yes, I miss you, baby, but I can't be with you, baby. You drive a little slick, dude, crazy, and I'm gone. I still love you, and if I see you, if I got it, I might treat you, but you know I'm about it. It's just the mama. Girl, you run your mouth more than DJ Drama. I can't buy you Fendi and Prada, but I can beat it up like a professional boxer. Go team man, go team man. When you do the dance like my homeboy Fast. Romance, we don't ride flags. So clean like I just got waxed. And I can't lie. The first time that I saw you, I was hypnotized. And I see the truth in your eyes. And I can't lie. You a bit too much for me. The first time that I saw you, I was hypnotized. And I see the truth in your eyes. And I can't lie. You a bit too much. I'm on my best post, baby. I'm on my best post, baby. I'm on my best post, baby. I'm on my best post.
Let me see your flow for a second,
baby.
The smash ain't the nice, is the I'm lying. I hit the MIA, I couldn't believe I was flying. These bitches is A6, I feel that they dying. They eat it way before they time. Hey, corrections, deuce big, I was on my 8. I kept it locked like the feds got goose slick. I'm loving South Beach and I ain't wanna come back. 5 different days, 10 different big bats. With my Craig in the back with my bad bitch. I had my own dime, but I still wish I had his. Wet Willie's turn it to an alcoholic. Call it Cadwood, shot smash me the hardest. If Florida was a woman, I would call her Miami and beat the right and take it straight to the Grammys. But now you got it up, cause Crystal, she was stuck up. If disrespected me and chuck. But I can't lie, the first time I saw Miami, I was hypnotized. But at the same time, I was on my job, and that's watching Crystal, and she totally my best bro. Baby, been getting a lot of paper lately. I'm on my best bullshit. Baby, been getting a lot of paper lately. That's right.
Mad for president. Baby, you know I like you, but you just act like you just so slicker than me, so I want to show you how slick I am. The other day, baby, they love me out here in these streets. Spielberg, what it do?
All right, I'm back. I'm here, man. That was my boy Smash. That man, nigga, that song took over the summer, dog. Shit.
Why you crying, baby?
All right, man. I'm in here, man. It's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Kuda back at the helm of today's show. Got a great show for y'all tonight. We're gonna be talking about the Hive mindset that a lot of women have. Let me pull up this show with BlackRam313. We're gonna critique. We're gonna go over it. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Watch me rise to a level that'll take me out of the ghetto. In the eyes of the devil, I'm like a messiah. The rebels with a cause. Though my kinfolk stunning when I was dead, bro.
We got it. Yeah, we got it. Here we go. Alright, let's go.
BlackRam313 back at you again.
Let's get into it, y'all.
You know this
Let's go.
is therapeutic, man.
It's therapeutic.
Therapy session here.
Shout out to Black Ram. Go over to his channel, like and subscribe. Let's go.
Therapy session to discuss female nature and our relationship to it. To understand, to be aware, to process the information and apply it to our lives, to avoid the pitfalls, the traps set by the Western woman, the feminized world, the gynocentric society in which we now live. And as a part of therapy, the hope is that we can kick our addiction to female validation, kick our addiction to the fantasy, to the illusion that we were sold, the fantasy, the lies, the tall tales that we were sold as youth, the lies and the fantasies perpetuated by the media and society today, that women are great, morally upright, better than you, more precious than you, more valuable than you, more intelligent than you, wiser than you, more spiritual than you. These are all lies. And when society tells you that, it is for the expressed reason for you to worship the feminine. I often hear men say that they have a feminine side. I vehemently disagree. I have no feminine side. I am a man through and through. The Most High made them male and female. The genders are separate. And for me, there is no crossover. Now, today for our therapy session, I'd like to discuss her group thinking, or female group think.
And that's what's called the hive mind. Is group thinking. Is all of them getting on one accord to do something. And a lot of times you'll see that they do this on the internet all the time. Online, on YouTube, everywhere. Pay attention.
Now, this topic was requested by a subscriber. His name is Daniel, and his last name is, I don't want to mispronounce it, but I believe it's Velasquez. Not Velasquez, but Velasquez. And he asked me to do a video on female group think. So here we go. It is of my observation and awareness that the female cannot stand alone in her opinions, her thoughts, and her ideas. She cannot be unique. She desperately wants to fit in. She needs to fit in. And this is as important as it is breathing for her. Social acceptance, social validation. She wants to be a part of the crowd, in the in crowd. And in this in crowd, For the most part, they all share in the same thoughts, beliefs, behaviors, and actions. See, it's her group of friends that dictate what's appropriate in her relationships with you, men. Girl, you should do this. Girl, you should do that. Girl, he should be doing this. Girl, he should be doing that for you. Girl, I wouldn't put up with that if I was you. This is the hive mind, female groupthink. They enforce the status quo. They enforce feminism and gynocentrism. They enforce their narcissistic outlook and solipsistic internal belief system. For each female in a relationship, it should be all about her, and everyone around her assures her that she's on the right track. Being built to serve her husband, being built to serve her man, the programming of society is the absolute opposite. They believe that you are built to serve her. What do you think you got those muscles for? So they reinforce these ideas and concepts amongst each other because society says so. Trust me that if society was different, if mores and values were different, in fact, the opposite, more patriarchal, more male-based, she in turn would comply. She is a group thinker. When you're dealing with a female on a personal level, one thing she does right away, one thing that you can notice right away, is that she wants you to meet her friends. It's important to her that you meet her friends.
Now, women want you to meet their friends because they work off of their friends' validation. See what I'm saying? Because like I told you earlier, women do something that's worse than judging. They judge in a bunch of different ways. There's a couple ways women judge. They'll judge you on your shoes. They'll judge you on your height. They'll judge you on how you speak. They'll judge you on your demeanor. Hold on. And they'll judge you off of what other people say about you, your social proof. You know, they want to validate you. And, you know, you're on a good path when she says, I want my friends to meet you. But at the same time, you got to learn not to be stupid. You're about to be judged. Her friend's approval of you means the world to her because she doesn't have a mind of herself. Of her own, I said of herself. Sometimes when two girls are hanging out, what you can do, what I like to do, is I like to ask them a question. And when one girl looks to another girl before she answers, she's looking for the validation of the other girl. The other girl is dominant. The one that looks, they're dominant. So you can walk up to a pair of girls and say, are you guys best friends? And one will look towards the other one or make a gesture right after you ask that question that will give you your answer. We do it all the time. Hey, are you guys best friends? And then as soon as one looks, it'll be like, oh, I can tell you're the dominant one, or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying. And then some of them too, when you get into a conversation with them, you'll see that sometimes they bounce off each other. You understand what I'm saying? So women think that they're killing one bird with two birds with one stone, because it's like, okay, well, my friends are gonna have to like you anyway, and if they don't like you, I don't like you. If my child don't like you, I don't like you. If my cat don't take a liking to you, I don't like you. If my dog, you know what I'm saying? They say little stupid shit. I'm not the first person to tell you this, or you've heard it from. But go get into an argument with one of these bitches. They gonna deny. No, we don't. We don't do that. Yes, you do. Shut up. Anyway, continue.
Why is this so? It is because she wants her friends to give you an evaluation, to get their approval or disapproval. And the disapproval or the approval of the group is of high importance to her. In fact, your relationship with her is highly dependent on what her friends think of you. If her friends don't like you, she will reflect such. It is very possible that relationship will soon end if they do not approve of you.
Another thing too, which is an easy way to maneuver a group, is you walk up to a group of women. Say if it's like 3 people, they call it a 3 set. You walk up to a 3 set, right? And the girl that you want, you alienate her. So you walk up to a 3 set group of women. You could be like, oh, okay. You can ask the regular old pickup artist questions like, okay, well, let me ask you guys a question. Who cheats more? You know, when there's a whole bunch of women, it's actually it's actually neutral to call them guys. When it's 2 women or more, you can walk up to them and call them guys. Because a lot of times when you walk up to a woman and you say, hey, ladies, you already start off sounding like you want to talk to them, or, you know what I'm saying, or you're about to talk to them, or, you know, and it just takes one of them to be irritated or pissed off to kind of throw off the balance of the interaction. So sometimes too, if you want to come in undetected, or if you want to be mode 1, you can do whatever you want. You walk up to a group of women and you're like, you know, hey guys, let me ask you guys a question, and just bring the question. Don't wait for them to respond or anything. Just bring the question. Who cheats more, men or women? And then they're going to say men, or they're going to say women. Whichever one that they say, all you got to do is say the opposite, you know? So if they say men cheat more, and you're going to be like, really? Well, I think women cheat more. And the girl that you want, what you got to do is, like, you got to make I wouldn't say make faces at her, but you got to, like, look at her like, and be focused on her other friends, her other 2 friends, or, you know what I'm saying? And when she gives her opinion or something, downplay it. You know what I'm saying? And what that does is that alienates her. And then, you know, you win the approval of her friends. So you're like, oh, really? Oh, for real? Okay, you guys think men cheat more? Okay, well, you look smart and you look smart. And don't say, and don't include her. You know what I'm saying? Or you're smart and you're smart. You know, I don't know, she needs some work. You know, you could say something like that. And there's basically what you're doing is you jump into the conversation. Your opener is a question. After you use the opener, then you start talking to her friends and kind of downplaying everything she does. Then you win the approval of her friends in a tongue in cheek kind of way. You got to be tongue in cheeky and very tactful, depending on where the conversation goes. But I guarantee you, if you walk up to a couple of girls a couple times a week and ask them the same question, you will have a routine, and you'll be able to play around with the routine. So you'll know what to say if girls say men cheat more. You'll know what to say if women say women cheat more. You know what I'm saying? And you could play like the simp role. Since y'all want to be simps so much online, you can be like, well, if she says women cheat more, and you're gonna be like, wow, you're really brave and you know, truthful to say something like that. But I think men cheat more. You know what I'm saying? Just even if you want to drag out the conversation, even if you don't even believe that shit, just say it. All right? And then later on, once you win the approval of her friends, you can be like, you know what? I've been kind of rude to your friend. Do you mind if I talk to her over here or something? Because they're cool with you now, and you know what I'm saying? That's how you get her approval, and she'll see that her friends validate you. That she'll start to question her own self. Is she tripping, or oh, this is just some weird guy or whatever that's coming over to talk to us or something like that? Because when you approach a group of women, they're only thinking 2 things. and just women in general, or just people in general, they're thinking two things. Who is this guy, and when is he gonna leave? See what I'm saying? And even if you approach one woman and she's like, you know, in her mind, she's like, who is this guy? When is he gonna leave or whatever? What women like to do, they like to look down. And when they look down, they're looking down at your shoes. When women have nothing to do, because, you know what I'm saying, some of them don't look you in the eye. Some of them, you know what I'm saying, alpha ones probably would. Even the beta ones will look you in the eye and stuff like that. But a lot of times what you'll see, what they'll do is they'll look down. Women judge men on their shoes. I already did a show about that, but it seems like I have to do a show again about all the stuff that I did shows about. What's the one a piece of apparel or clothing or accessory or just garment? I say I'm naming all clothes and shit. The one item that women can't have enough of is shoes. Women have a lot of shoes and different type of shoes for different types of reasons and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why they go after men with shoes. They respect a man's shoe game. You know what I'm saying? And I already broke down the psychology of it. That's why you have kids out here dying over Jordans. You know, when you're young, you don't have shit. There's nothing else to judge you on. You can have some dirty shoes and jump out of a Corvette. A bitch still gonna fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? You can have you can have on the Balenciagas and a stain on your shirt, and a bitch still gonna look your direction. Our women, because they oogle over things like swag. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say if you a short nigga, you can make it work. You just jump on the swag train. That's all you got to do. That's it. Bitches like bobbleheads. They like fun size. They like fun size niggas. My bad. I'm going off a topic, but they work off the validation of their friends and animals and kids and little stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They like to talk in third person and shit, or vicariously. You know what I'm saying? If you don't impress my friends, you can never be with me. Because see, when they think like that in their mind, because look, out of all of their friends, they could be the most beta-ist bitch. As a matter of fact, they are the beta bitch if they're listening. You know, but some of these girls, especially nowadays, these girls like, yeah, gang. If my gang don't like you, I don't like you too. And what this is supposed to do on an individual level, fellas, is to make her seem like she's a leader, like she's the gang leader, and she's calling the shots. Yeah, if they don't fuck with you, cause I'm the honcho, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with you neither. But in all actuality, bitch, who are you? You're not the leader. You following with these bitches. Never mind. But never mind. Anyway, proceed.
They have a round table discussion just about you and your merits or lack thereof. Again, this is the Hive mind. They go into counsel and consult to make sure that your relationship with her.
And I'm sorry, BlackRam, but I must say this before I continue on, nigga. Fellas, if you don't gather anything out of what I'm about to say tonight, walk away with this. All right. If I made you laugh, you owe me a like. Like, share, and subscribe. If I say anything on tonight's broadcast, walk away with this, bro. Bitches do all of this fucking detective work, CSI Miami work. You know what I'm saying? Look at shit with a magnifying glass, do all this judging, get validation from her friends, make you jump through hoops, bitch test you, blow your car up, slash your tires, do all kinds of shit. Bitches do all of this shit and still pick the wrong nigga. They do all of this shit and still pick the wrong nigga. Ain't that a bitch?
That you as a person is lining up perfectly with societal norms and expectations. A society that says you should serve her. A society that says you should have a certain amount of trinkets. Money, cars, clothes. Your speech, your every movement must be about her. You are assessed by your ability to serve her. And any man who has a problem with that is labeled an outcast and an outlier. And she must get rid of you, so says the hive mind. And a part of this hive mind, of course, is her mother and her aunts and all the women that consist of her family members. And when the relationship dissolves, of course, her leaving you, because she will always leave you. In the hive mind, in the female groupthink, they have a support network. Again, consisting of many family members and friends. And those on social media, Facebook, Instathought, some say Instagram, Twitter, you name it. They have this social network of simps as well that pat her on the back and say, it's okay, girl, when she has to leave her husband or her boyfriend because she's bored or whatever the case may be. But she has this support. Therefore, she can move on rather quickly, not discounting the general reason why a woman can move on after a relationship so quickly, which is the fact that she has no love for you. And I've talked about that in other videos. She has no love for you, and her only loyalty lies with her own feelings, and she only loves her own feelings. But the support network makes her feel good.
Did you hear that?
And supported. And upheld when she decides to leave you. And of course, you are the bad guy, no matter what. If she cheats on you, it's because of something you have done or have not done for her. The hive mind, the group, the network, the family, the friends, the simps support her in this. So not only are you in a relationship with her, you are in a relationship with all her friends and all her family members and her whole support group.
Right.
Therefore, she expects you to perform in front of them as well as her. To make her look good. That you're such a servant.
Yep. And that's what today's new age women want. They want a trophy boyfriend. They don't want to be the trophy woman. They want to be the trophy woman, but you're going to be the trophy boyfriend. Yay. You're going to come play with me in my dollhouse, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying? And my mom has to like you. Daddy has to like you. Gran has to like you. Nana has to like you. Like, bitch. Do you even know my last name, bitch? Oh, but it gets deeper. Let's go.
Again, this is the female hive mind. The female group think. And you, on the contrary, on the other side, the majority of men, we have no support group. It's difficult to even have one male or one person in our corner through times of trials and great tribulation, especially the trials and tribulations that comes with modern relationships. No one is there for you. You don't have that network of family and friends that she has. You must gather your own strength. Except here on this channel, we are here for you as Ibmore. I am here for you, Black Ram. The men in the comments section are here for you. This is our therapy. This is our shelter, our hiding place, our secret place, our clubhouse, our boys club, that we can share our thoughts, feelings, and ideas and receive therapy from one another. The comment section of my videos are filled with knowledge and wisdom and support. Take advantage of that. Don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to share your stories. I may have to correct you if you're being a simp, or someone else may do so. But for many of us, channels like this one is all we have. But the female has all the support of the entire country, the entire society, the laws, the government. Everything and everyone is on her side, like I've said many times before. This is the day and time of the female lead. This is the time, this is her day. Her time in the sunshine. She is the boss, with the exception of true red pillars. The female hive mind, the group, they behave like a group of wildebeests or zebras, moving as one, the herd running together. Likewise, the female animal looking to each other to determine how to think, how to feel, how to act.
And they will tell you they not animals. Said, I am not animalistic. Nigga, Black Ram called y'all zebras. They're a herd of gazelles. Gazelles, bro. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it. Okay. Hold on. All right, let's go. Come on, Black Ram.
Indeed, there are only a few female outliers. There are exceptions, but very and extremely rare. Because the female doesn't want to be an outlier. With every fiber of her being, she is obsessed with fitting in. The female mind and female nature, they are obsessed. They are obsessed with what others think of them. Completely filled with the thoughts of others. Or what he gonna think, or what she gonna think. But mainly other women. You are secondary. What are her friends gonna think? What are her family members gonna think? What will they say about her? What have they said about her? Who said this about her? Who said that about her? Gossip. Completely and utterly addicted to chatter about each other and chatter about others and the thoughts of others. They live to be perceived a certain way by others. And again, this resonates within every fiber of the female being. They live their entire life needing and being validated by other people. In fact, their whole sense of self-worth is solely dependent on how others perceive them. This is the epitome of social weakness. This creature that we are discussing is internally weak. She depends on external sources for validation and strength. And often men, who we call simps now, they exhibit the same type of behavior in response. The simp can be summed up as a totally feminized male who acts and moves and thinks just like a woman. A very nauseating to endure and to be around. In fact, the simp wishes that he was female because his social conditioning is one in which women are valuable and, simply put, men are not. So it is an understatement to say that all women think alike. Again, with only a few outliers. All women think alike. Female group think. Their thinking is one and of the same. And in case you don't believe BlackRam, here is proof that all women are essentially the same. Because as a person think, or as a person thinks, so is he or she. And if all women think the same, then essentially all women are the same, right? So here is proof that all women are the same. The black female in particular. Again, with rare exceptions. Now, they all like the same things. Their favorite food.
Pay attention to this part, y'all. Pay attention.
If you were to ask any female, particularly the BWs, hey, what is your favorite food? 9 times out of 10, her favorite food is shrimp. She may say, I love seafood. Shrimp in particular. Her favorite fruit, 9 times out of 10, is the strawberry. They love butterflies. Butterfly earrings, butterfly tattoos, butterfly print on their clothing. 9 times out of 10, her favorite color is purple. 9 times out of 10, they are all obsessed with shoes. 9 times out of 10, her favorite movie is either Love Jones, depending on how old she is, or Love and Basketball, if she's in her 30s. 9 times out of 10, her favorite singer is Beyonce. 9 times out of 10, her favorite actor is Idris Elba. So to know one woman is to know them all. If you were to meet a female and you wanted to kind of impress her, and you would play a game, let me guess your favorite things, and you use this list that I just gave, 9 times out of 10, you would be correct. Why? Because they think the same. And why do they think this? Because when you look at food, shrimp is always promoted. Strawberries are everywhere. They have not the capacity for original thought. They have not the capacity for innovation. They have not the capacity for being different. In fact, they're afraid to have different tastes than the other. The female hive mind won't allow them to. See, her mind is highly programmable. Companies and corporations know this. This is why she's the biggest consumer. Advertising is based upon her, almost 100%. All of them like diamonds. Why? Because the media says, marketing says, the companies say you should like diamonds. Now, how useless is a diamond in the palm of your hands? Diamonds have great industrial use, but pointless as jewelry. Pointless. They like what is made popular. They value what is made valuable in the eye of the public. They are not dissenters of any sort, but they are keepers of popular culture. She represents popular culture. She represents the world and worldliness. She represents material and materialism. And this, again, is enforced by the hive mind. The hive mind is one of great vanity and also great greed. And not only the BWs, but if you met one racial group of women, you've almost met them all. They behave in the same manner due to their culture. And this is to be expected. She is built to be a follower, not a leader. Rare is the woman who is or wants to distinguish herself in any capacity from the thoughts and ideas of the group.
Did you hear that, man? Yo, y'all go over to BlackRam313, like and subscribe, man.
They even all desire the same type of man. Nope, it's not you. You don't have enough of the stuff.
And that's another thing. Me and my boy Auto Chris, we talked about a lot of different things on that show. Y'all need to go check out the show that I did with Auto Chris. The Black Woman is Government Property. I told y'all that I guess it's 2 million plus. That's the number that's floating around. More black women than black men. And you have the majority prepping or already dating the minority. And it's a certain type of black men that they all kind of go after. There's a certain criteria of black men that they go after, man. Real talk. They dating a small particular sector of niggas, man. And you don't believe that this hive mindset right here doesn't play a role in that? Nigga, you must have lost your mind, man.
Not you. But they essentially like and will sleep with the same type of guy. I like to label him that guy.
And they never tell each other not to do it.
In college. Mm-hmm. Even today on your job, there's a particular gentleman that when one woman says she likes him, usually a second one will say the same thing. And then once that happened, here comes the third, fourth, and fifth. Once one person validates, all the others will also. If I could go back to high school, I wish, and it's just a thought experiment. If I could go back to high school, you know how I could become the most popular guy? Let's say I had a female friend or even a relative that nobody knew was my relative, a female friend. And if she happened to be gorgeous, all I would need to become one of the most popular guys in school is for 1 and 2 women to brag and boast about me. My high school popularity will skyrocket because this is the way the hive mind works. One girl likes him, two girls, two leads to three, and multiples. You notice all the attention always goes to one particular guy. There can be 10, 20, and hundreds of guys, but it's always that one guy that they all flock to. I believe women are naturally given to polygyny, but that's another subject. But that same guy, whether it's high school, college, on the job, they all want him. And her mind hasn't changed. You would think from elementary and high school to her late adult years that guy wouldn't be so intriguing to her. Nope. It's the same thing. Damn. They never really grow, do they?
Damn.
Her mind is the same as it is in high school. The hive mind is the same as it is in high school.
Damn.
Have you noticed today that there is no generation gap? My parents, who are much older parents, the music that they listen to is not the music that I listen to. They may have listened to blues or some old version of R&B, very old R&B, different sound altogether. But in today's world, mama and grandmama and the daughter, they all twerking to the same song. So the hive mind has even grown greater. Yep. Because if you listen to the same song, that typically means you are of the same mind and sharing the same culture of the times. So female groupthink is even a more powerful thing today than it ever has been, closing the gaps. No maturity, no difference. The female brain. Now I want to read an article. Bear with me for a moment. An article from the Daily Mail. Daily Mail, www.dailymail.co.uk. In this article, I'm going to make a few little changes while I read, because this article is actually trying to be somewhat gender neutral, but it leans on the side of speaking of men. And as I get to reading, we would know, those in the know, those of the red pill, those who listen to my channel and others like mine, who have similar content, we know for a fact in our own lives and statistically that it is the woman who leaves the most. It is the woman who files for divorce. And even in non-legal marriage terms, it is always the woman who leaves in a relationship. Check out my video. She will always leave you. But I want to read this article to demonstrate how the female hive mind and female groupthink works. And how we can see it in our lives. Practically. So again, this article is from the Daily Mail. It is entitled, "Divorce is Contagious. Why there is a 75% chance your marriage will fail if your friends split." It reads, and I quote, "If your best friend's marriage is falling apart, then beware. Yours could also be heading for the rocks. Researchers have discovered that divorce is catching and spreads like a disease through families, workplaces, and groups of friends. The domino effect means that if an immediate friend or colleague splits up, your own chance of divorce increases by 75%. Even the breakup of a friend's marriage boosts your chances of divorce by a third, scientist says. The researchers describe the effect as divorce clustering and believe that breakups within friendship groups force couples to start questioning their own relationships. They say that a friend's divorce can also reduce the social stigma of splitting up, even when children are involved. The findings come from a continuing study into the lives of more than 12,000 Americans living in the New England town of Framingham since 1948. Individuals who get divorced may influence not only their friends, but their friends' friends as the propensity to divorce spreads. She added, a person's tendency to divorce depends not just on their friend's divorce status, but also extends to, and I'm going to say, her friend's friend. The full network shows that participants are 75% more likely to be divorced if a person obviously other than their spouse that they are directly connected to is divorced. The size of the effect for people at 2 degrees of separation. For example, the friend of a friend is 33%. At 3 degrees, the effect disappears. It wasn't just friends who split up that had an impact on someone's relationship. Divorce among family members and workmates also increased the chances of someone's own marriage ending, the study found. It also suggests that knowing lots of divorced people can be bad for your marriage. The more divorced people that you know, the riskier your own marriage. And while many couples cling to the belief that children reduce their risk of divorce, the scientists found that it made no difference, end quote, from the article again from the the UK Daily Mail, the subject of divorce clustering. Now, I believe that is a perfect example now of the female hive mind, female group think. Now, this group think is so powerful that it literally disrupts and destroys marriages. And I guess we can speculate that it doesn't matter, as the article says, whether the couple has children or not. It doesn't matter the length of the relationship, the strength of the relationship, 75% chance that your woman will leave you if her friends leave their boyfriends. 75% chance that your woman will divorce you, be done with you, or will leave you if her friends leave the men in their lives. That is the hive mind. One go, they all go. Now, how strong is a relationship? This should make you cringe. As a man, you seek, you chase, you beg. I'm talking about blue pill men. A woman to be yours. You sacrifice, you toil, you chase. You spend money on dates and you try to perform well in the bedroom. You do all of these things. And if her friends get divorced, or a friend gets a divorce, or her friend leaves her boyfriend, she'll leave you too. That's reason enough. Well, her friend left, so she must leave.
Wow.
A relationship with a woman.
Wow.
A relationship with a woman. The relationship that you have with your woman. I say again, the relationship you have with a woman is just as unstable as she is. And she is always unstable, always on unstable ground. Instability of mind is a female nature. And it's something as trivial and whimsical and just sheer chance that her friend's relationship breaks, yours will break too.
Damn.
And when I say whimsical, I mean that on a fly, her friend may just decide to leave her boyfriend and your girl will leave you too. That's reason enough. And since it is more likely that a woman will leave you, since it is more likely that it's the woman that will file for divorce. I believe it's 70, 80% of the time. So let's look at this. If 52% of all marriages end in divorce, and if 80% of the time it's the woman who files, and we know even outside the parameters of legal marriage in America and worldwide, breakups probably exceed those rates. And if all of these things are true, then how stable is your relationship? How likely is it that your woman will leave you based upon the hive mind and female group thinking? Are relationships even worth the time and the energy and struggle today? Is it even worth it? There are so many obstacles, so many things you have to push through, so many things you have to absorb in order to deal with a modern female. She is no good. She is corrupted. Her mind is a mess. She is unstable. She is dangerous. And I'm just speaking of the overall emotional health of a relationship. I'm speaking of the overall emotional toil. I'm not even getting into the legal parameters. I'm not even getting into the financials. But just on an emotional level, a relationship with the modern woman, you can fill in the rest. I've seen women, groups of women, who, because maybe their friend has had a bad, has had a negative experience with a particular zodiac sign. So imagine it's a group of women getting together.
I've seen that too.
Having drinks and eating and talking.
I've seen that too.
And one of her friends will pick out a particular zodiac sign and say this particular zodiac sign, this particular guy
is no good,
had a bad experience with. And the hive mind will then say, oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to deal with any guy of that particular zodiac sign. Ridiculousness. This is how she chooses her mate. This is how she chooses her mates. The hive mind will say, well, I don't want to date a guy of this particular sign because Eric, who was a such and such, let's say a Taurus, did this.
Told y'all they're the worst choice of characters, man.
Ridiculous. And since Eric, who was a Taurus, did this, therefore, all of the women at this table, they're not going to date any guy with that particular zodiac sign. Ridiculous. I've seen this happen. That's the female hive mind. Now, how diverse is the human personality based upon our upbringing and our experiences and our different perceptions and beliefs and values to sum up the person that you have never met with a zodiac sign? Do you see how women think? You see how delusional these things are? You see how impossible it is to deal with this? And this is only why a simp can be successful at a modern relationship, because you really have to feminize yourself and have no pride, no value in yourself, and no self-respect to deal with the modernized American woman. They don't date specific zodiac signs if their friends say, hey, don't date that guy because of the experience I had with an unrelated person.
Right.
Weird. I even heard women say or tell men that they shouldn't date guys from certain parts of the country because of a bad experience they had with one. And I'm not joking. This is not an exaggeration. And understand that women only value advice from each other. Men are often seen as dumb and unwise. So only what another woman says to another woman makes sense to her. And only what a woman says to another woman is an advice or an advisement that she will take. Meanwhile, many men want to argue and convince and give women advice when they only value advice from each other. It's an exercise in futility to try to tell a woman anything, especially if you're not in a relationship with her. And when we try to negotiate with women, we look as ridiculous as they are. Weird stuff, man. The female hive mind. Amazing. The inferiority of the other gender's thinking is astonishing at times. And including in that other gender is also the male gender, the simp, her counterpart. Amazing. The female hive mind, group thinking. Everything is determined by the group. So given all of these things that you're up against, what is the solution? Should you even seek to be in a relationship? Is sexual intercourse even worth it? You be the judge. But it's a tough thing. Many points to ponder. It's a rough day. And at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. No woman to rely on. And it's very difficult to get a brotherhood started whereby a group of men can come together and discuss their issues with respect to one another. Many, many challenges, especially being a black man in America. Many, many challenges. For the most part, we are alone. But the fight will and must continue. I don't want to ramble on. Appreciate you listening. As always, thank you all. BlackRam313, and I'm out.
That's some real shit, man. Shout outs to BlackRam313. Listen, man, y'all can email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. That's playertalk8@gmail.com. Also, man, I encourage you guys to donate. Please donate, like, subscribe, share. You could comment, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas can, move around, man. Let's get it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. We in the building, man. Part 2 coming up, man. We're going to talk about the other side of the game and the hive mindset. Let's go.